Barbershop. Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I just got to finish listening to Ness in the Boxing Voice video. It's a 20-minute video. Excuse me, as it relates to Deontay Wilder. He said something which you guys know I love on my channel. He says, I don't need DAZN. DAZN needs me. Basically, I am the American market. And there are things greater, but as it relates to this boxing thing in my channel, this is the first time, or one of the few times, I'm not going to say the first time, but one of the few times that I hear a black fighter say, I know my worth. And I'm going to say it loud and I'm going to say it proud. I was sitting back, I'm in my living room. If you guys want me to paint the picture, I'm sitting in the living room all by myself. Everyone's asleep upstairs and I'm just listening. And you know how you get the gratification smile from like you're watching your big brother do the long jump at the Olympics. You know what I mean? Or because you couldn't make it, the rest of the family is in Seoul. Well, where was the last Olympics at? Beijing? I don't know. Japan? I don't know. And you just sit back and you're like watching because you're alone. And I'm just sitting there smiling. Like, I love the fact Deontay Wilder knows his worth. I mean, there's no greater satisfaction, man. There's a sense of joy coming from him. You can hear his jovial spirit in the interview. Obviously, he has a relationship with Ness, so his guard is probably completely down, and he's able to articulate how he genuinely feels, since they have a relationship. And um, it's just a beautiful thing, man. Like, it genuinely is, man. And I have firsthand experience of the humility and um, of a Deontay Wilder. I'll tell you guys another story about Deontay Wilder real quick. I called Deontay Wilder's. No, I actually text Deontay Wilder Saturday just on something small. The motherfucker called me back in the middle of the Final Four. All I wanted was a text back. That's it. The nigga called me back. So I mean that I I know you guys, many of you guys won't get a chance to ever meet a Deontay Wilder, and I'm like your liaison, right? And I won't lead you wrong. You know what I mean? Um, his character is A1, man. Like, and we only can hope and pray that he wins these fights and he gets to 51-0 or 52-0. I forget what the record is. 50-0, 51-0. Well, you know, I'm talking about American boxing, man. That guy over in the South Pacific, he hasn't come over to America and made him legit. It's kind of um, like Chavez Senior. Yeah, he won a lot of fights, but a lot of it was over in Mexico until he came over to America. And if he would have fought all those fights in America, quite possibly he wouldn't have had the same record. He still would have been probably great, but his record probably wouldn't have been the same. So I know someone in the comment section. I forget the young man's name over there in the South Pacific, but I know he's going for 53-0 sometime soon. So, but you know, I'm just and I hope that when you watch this interview, just go to the Boxing Voice YouTube channel, and I hope that what Deontay Wilder does is infectious on you. I hope that it permeates your business mindset. I hope that it inspires your self confidence because it's just insanely beautiful when a black man knows his worth. Like I wish, obviously, every black fighter, right? And it takes time to get to a position when you can literally dictate your terms, turn down a four-fight, $120 million contract, which I think that contract is a piece of shit, and I'll be the first to tell you guys that four fights, $120 million for Deontay Wilder is a piece of shit, because there will be an immediate rematch clause when he fights Anthony Joshua. and it will be a dramatic knockout in that fight. Obviously, I believe Wilder will knock out Anthony Joshua, but it could go the other way. And $120 million is what they would make on one fight, you know. And since Deontay Wilder has his own promotion company, he pays out. So if it's $120 million, Deontay Wilder gets the 60 million, and he pays his trainer, he pays his promoter, he pays his trainers, and so on and so forth. And that's the beauty of the PBC model. Jared Hurd just announced his promotion company this week. I've been meaning to do a video on that. I'm glad I got the reminder. Um, 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 so I'm literally just elated, man. I'm sitting there looking at Deontay Wilder like man, beautiful man. It's his entrepreneurial spirit, and obviously he had to learn a lot on the job, and I congratulate him for being prideless, and learning on the job, and quite possibly learning from the mistakes that he made in the past, and elevating that in turn elevated his growth, because no one goes through this I'm gonna use Stevie Wonder's quote: "No one goes through this key of life playing every note perfectly." We're gonna we're gonna we're gonna miss some notes, and it's just incredibly important that we learn from it. And it's just a beautiful thing. And another thing I want to talk about too, since you guys know I work out all the time, and I'm literally anywhere between 3 and 5 weeks away from being in dumb shape again, right? Um, I really, really haven't worked out since, hard. I'm talking about intensely since I got back from Dallas. I've been playing around a little bit, moving around a lot, but I haven't really, really succinct in. I was looking at this fucking interview, and y'all thought the same thing too. And I'm like, this nigga is in dumb shape. I would I was looking at like his forearms, and I'm like, this nigga's in dumb shape, man. And I saw like the contour of his shirt, and I was like, it was inspiring. I was like, nigga, Fred, you need to go. You need to do 3 workouts tomorrow, man. And so I was a collegiate athlete, and you know who used to inspire me? There's a handful of people. I told you guys in videos before: Shannon Sharp, Reggie Bush, and Javon Curse. I used to look at them and be like, yo, I got to work out today. Every week during football season, Shannon Sharp did pregame with no shirt on. Oh, he had the cutoff shirt. Remember Shannon Sharp? You know what I mean? And I grew up with Reggie Bush because he went to high school in San Diego and spent 3 years at USC. So, you know, and it's when you see people work out and who are in better shape than you, it's inspiring. So, Deontay Wilder, I'm on your ass. I'm just being real with you. I am on your ass. In 3 weeks, I'm gonna be in great shape. You know what I mean? And also too, um, to level up, black media, the LDBC, what the other term that black media wrote. There's no coincidence, and I think everyone needs to start, new media as well. I think everyone needs to start giving themselves a pat on the back, because I think it is important. Listen to what I'm saying. I think it is important that we give ourselves a pat on the back as it relates to helping build these guys' profiles. We didn't do everything. They had to go in there and win fights. They had to go in. They had to go and talk. They had to go and be vulnerable. They had to take less pay, take less fights to get greater rewards later. I'm not saying that we are all things to these fighters, but not by any stretch of the imagination. But I know when I'm an 84-year-old man, I can sit back in my rocking chair and tell my son and my grandchildren, my maybe great grandchildren, these stories about how I was an asset to 2 fighters and more fighters, obviously. But Earl Spence and Deontay Wilder, We have built a profile to an extent where they are the two most powerful men and two most popular men in boxing today. They are carrying the narrative of boxing, and I think that people who subscribe to me and fuck with me every day, go buy yourself a cinnamon bun, a cinnamon roll, a cinnamon bun. Go buy yourself your favorite Slurpee. Go buy your favorite burger. Pat yourself on the back if you are a subscriber and you support us. The reason why is because it's not by accident and or coincidence that Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder are 1 and 2 in most popular guys in boxing at this present moment. They moved the meter. Deontay Wilder's going to sell out Barclays Center against Dominic Breazeale, okay? Errol Spence put 47,000 people in there. Yes, Mikey Garcia had some helped as well, and he deserves some credit for that too. But those two men are the most polarizing men in boxing today. And you, the subscriber, and you, the YouTube curator, moderator, YouTube creator, pat yourself on the back. I'm patting yourself on the back. I am congratulating you because everyone in the comments, it don't go unnoticed. I see my comments. You know, I have the YouTube Studio app on my phone, and I don't get to them every day because there's so many. I have thousands of videos now, but I do sit down in my silent moments and watch your videos, and I see the reoccurring names and pat yourself on the back. All right, go buy, like I said, go buy yourself your favorite Slurpee. Go tell your favorite YouTube personality, media outlet, whether it's me, whether it's Boxing Ego, Deontay, Ticket. Let's go around the gamut. Go around the gamut. Trill Boxing Talk, Town Biz, World Breaker Fight, Best Fight the Best, Fanon, and the list goes on and on. And I didn't forget about you, Boo Blood. Who else? We got Boo Blood. Who else? There's so many. God damn, there's so many. Beverly Rose, you know, Miss Boxing, who's in it. All of y'all. And that's why I hate saying names because, wait, Fred didn't say my name. I love you. Okay? so, um, so I just want that to be known. I just want that to be said. Deontay Wilder, salute. We love you. We know we got your back 1,000%. Errol Spence, we have your back 1,000%. And this, for me, it's not for boxing. And I told you guys in every video that I have to say this. I am not a diehard Errol Spence fan as it relates to the ring. I'm not. I'm not a diehard fan. I love his talent. I know he has potential to be great. I think I think Errol Spence hasn't even reached his ceiling yet. But him as a man, love him. Flat out love him. And I'm going to support everything that he does, everything that he say. I'm not the guy that goes on the internet and say Errol Spence can beat everybody. I'm not. I'm very pragmatic. Like I told you guys, it took me till the Saturday of the fight to say that he's going to beat Kell Brook. I still break down Errol Spence fights, you know, but Errol Spence has just gotten to the point with me, you know, that he's a very honest and sincere person. I'll tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys a real story. Last April, um, I'm covering the Jarrett Hurd Lara fight. It's the Saturday of their fight. Errol Spence had just got to finish running 5 or 6 miles. We're at the at the Hard Rock. I'm sitting there by myself, chilling. Errol Spence come and sit next to me and talk to me for an hour. That's how genuine the guy is. This guy's, at this point, he's the world champion, right? Yeah, he's the world champion. He was going to go fight Ocampo. He didn't even know was going to fight Ocampo. I told him he was going to fight Ocampo. How funny was that, right? I said, no, you're fighting a little Mexican dude that, you know, Ocampo. Like, I told him, you know. And he sat with me for an hour. And I remember It was a few of the subscribers. Keith, I don't want to say his name, but maybe he don't want to be noticed. But it was a few. I know other subscribers' name. I don't want to say y'all names, but it was like 3 or 4 subscribers came, and I was going to meet them because a couple of subscribers had won some tickets or something like that, and um, Earl Spence took pictures with him, and we literally had a group conversation for 35 minutes. Now, this guy is the IBF World Champion of the world. He just got to finish running 6 miles. He's soaking wet. He just, and he sat down with me all by myself. I'm chilling with my backpack, just ain't doing nothing. It's like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You know, Earl Spence has plenty of things to do at this point in his life. He sat down next to me and talked to me for an hour. You understand what I'm saying? So his character is what I thoroughly enjoy. I covered the fight in Dallas. I told him to his face. I said, in my head, your opponent don't even speak English. I'm not gonna make any money off this shit. The undercard was um, what was the undercard? People that he's fighting Granados versus Fortuna. Who else? It was somebody. It was a blah blah undercard, right? Then it's not gonna move the meter because they don't have trainers. They don't. And I told Earl, I looked him in the eye and I said, Earl, I think you got a chance to be special. The reason why I am here in Dallas today, I said, I'm not making any money off of you this weekend. The reason why I'm here today, because I think you got a chance to be special. And I want to sit back and say, I saw this. Simple. Not from an egotistical standpoint. Not from ego. I'm telling you guys this with great humility. You know, there's something special in Earl. He hasn't even reached his full potential yet in terms of being a fighter, you know, but I'm talking about his character is A1 solid. I'm telling you this from experience, you know, and the same thing that I can say about him, I can say the same thing about Deontay Wilder. And I'm telling you, I'm your liaison. I wouldn't steer you wrong, you know. I don't come on here and talk about other fighters like this. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, and obviously, you guys know the reason why I admire them so because when it's time to be black, they're black. And I love it. I'm not saying every conversation got to be about black this, black. No. When it's time to be black, we're going to pin our ears back. And now we don't, please God, please protect us. We're not there anymore. We know you got our back now. And that's what's special. So that's my so to getting back to the premise of this video, Deontay Wilder, you absolutely don't need them. They need you. And kudos to you for knowing and realizing this. I salute your team. Obviously, you said you got some OGs in the game. Yeah, Shelly Finkel was a super OG. I remember that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I didn't know him personally, and I still don't know Shelly Finkel personally, you know, but, you know, the old pictures and shit in the ring, and then you get to interview them. I get to interview them as an adult, and I remember it was like me with Nassim Richardson. Like, I was sitting there interviewing Nassim Richardson, and I'm like, this man has no idea how me, him, and HBO boxing, how he is so connected with me with HBO boxing. Nassim Richardson. And the same thing could be said for me about Emmanuel Stewart. That's when I started out watching boxing. You know what I mean? Those are the two faces, you know, and voices that carried me. You know what I mean? And you know, so anyways, man, congratulations, Deontay Wilder. And with that statement, and you said it kind of proudly. You said it with like great, like, nigga, we made it. Burr, burr, burr. You know what I mean? You said it like you are like crossing the Macy Dixon line. You know, you're coming up from the Underground Railroad. You know what I mean? You're leaving Ellis Island. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, we made it. You know what I mean? And I love it. So shout out to Deontay Wilder. You know, we got your back. And win or lose or draw, still the same man to me. So, um, and salute. And again, I'm going to reiterate, and I'm going to close with this. Every subscriber, every YouTube creator, every other media form, whether you're on Instagram, whether you on Twitter, whatever medium you have, it is not by accident. Earl Spence and Deontay Wilder are the two most populous. Is it populous is the correct word? Popular. Two most trendiest, two most hashtagged, two most polarizing, richest boxers in the sport today. It's because of you. All right, treat yourself, because job well done. You know how they say give people their flowers while they're alive. My voice and my adjective and my superlatives using to congratulate you right now is your flowers. All right. And every time Deontay Wilder stops and talks to you and stops and talks to a person that, or a subscriber that is a reflection of you, that is your flowers. You know, when he's in an interview and he's talking about other topics and stuff that relates to your mission statement on your channel, and be proud. You know, Deontay Wilder not having a muzzle on his thoughts is a reflection of your channel, is a reflection of you subscribing to that channel, is a reflection of you being strong in the comment section. So stand up and be proud. And there's going to be more fighters to come. See, and this is the more beautiful thing. More fighters to come. It is not by accident. I'm telling you right now, there's a fight going on in LA Friday night no one cares about. There's a fight going on in New York in Madison Square Garden no one cares about. Why? Because they never interviewed on my channel. And my channel is a representation of about 500,000 black men and women that love boxing. I'm telling you, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Nigga, we made it. I'll holla, peace. Someone play that song tonight. I'll holla, peace.